Buongiorno, welcome to part 2 of my how to set up a new Filofax. In this part I'm going to cover contacts and passwords, making your own pages, important information to have, Philofaxy, archiving and hole punches. For this section there are a few things you're going to need. You will either, depending on if you want to make your own pages that is, you will need some white plain notepaper value pack from Filofax for the personal planner, some A4 paper, your rulers and a printer and a computer, computer, obviously a Filofax, doesn't matter about the size, it can be any size, and that should be it. And also preferably have a second binder, a second Filofax, like I've got 2 of these, have 2 so you're able to archive. So now I'll get started. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the contacts pages. Right, so I don't use the contacts pages as normal contacts pages. I use them for storing passwords. So, right, there's my contacts pages. This is in my archived Filofax. What I have done is I have made some similar pages to these that say website, username and password, and I've put down all of my usernames and passwords and I've put them in alphabetical order, so then if like I ever think, oh what's that password for that website, I just go on it and I'm like, ah, there you go. So it's easy because I'm really good at forgetting passwords and usernames, even though I the majority of the time use the same one, but still. And then it also keeps track of what websites you're signed up to, so you can, like, you know, leave some websites you don't want to be on, etc. So if you do use it as contacts, you obviously just fill out like names, addresses, telephone numbers. It's up to you what you do, but I prefer to use it for using passwords. And then I also have another section at the back which I'll talk about later. Now I'm going to talk about making your own pages. For making your own pages, depending on the size of your planner, you can either use this, which is Filofax white plain notepaper value pack. You get 100 sheets, and I found this really useful. And I'll show you just like a little example of a homemade page. Right, a lot of people have commented that they have liked these to-do lists I've made. They are, just say to-do list, it's got a little box that I made and then it's got little hearts. I printed this on this paper using a printer at work, and I had to put one side through and then leave it in the packet for about 10 minutes, then put the other side through, because as soon as it's quite thin paper it kind of bends and gets jammed in the printer. As I'm using like a laser printer, it's kind of like just sucks it in and then jams it up. So like leave a gap for it to cool down and, like, you know, flatten out a bit, because it curls it a bit as it goes through with all the heat. And what I've done is I'll put a link down in the bottom bar. It's a website that had how to set your like Word document up so that it'll be personal sized pages, and then you literally just put in the personal paper and print it, so you can do whatever you want. I will show you some examples of what I've made. I have made these to-do lists as I've shown you, and a lot of people have commented on them saying, wow, I love them, where did you get them, la la la. Well, no, I've told you, I made them myself. Right, this is sort of something I made myself, but it's kind of a list thing. It was weekly rituals. And I just printed out all of the stuff I wanted. I just typed it up on Word and then printed it out. So that's another thing you can do, like say if you wanted to like type something out like this. You just like literally just type it out and then print it off. Like, and then I did all my favourite websites. Is Philofaxy there? Yes, Philofaxy! That has to be one of my favourite websites. I'm like on there every day constantly just reading things. And so yeah, so you get the idea. I just made like a load of things. And then I did these for my personal organiser. That's for my website pages, like my passwords and usernames. So I just did 3 columns like that. So I just fill them in depending on what passwords it is. Or if you're completely stuck for ideas, if you go on Philofaxy and go on the files page, I'll put the link down the bottom as well, then you're able to just go on there and the pages are set up for you. There's diary pages, to-do lists, everything, and you just literally click print and it should all come out. And I think on there there's also information on how to print them, because I think some of them print like 3 on a page and then you have to cut them and then hole punch them. using one of your hole punches, obviously depending on the size of your planner. Right, now I'll talk about A5 printing because of A5 printing, yeah, sorry, because it's so much easier. All you need is an A4 sheet of paper, right, and then you just print on one side, like this side, and then you can either put it through a photocopy. What you can either do is, if you've got a photocopier and you're working, you can just like print out 4 A4 sheets like this, and then just put them through and have it on the setting so it does 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. And that's what I usually do, just because it saves a lot of time in trying to print things out on 2 to a page. So one of the pages that I found this on a website. It was like sort of like a thing to help you with your blog, like to plan for new blog posts. And it's just like this. I printed it out, and all I have to do is, if I want to use one in my Filofax, is get my hole punch, line it up, and then I'm not very good with this hole punch because look, it always leaves bits of paper. Does anyone else have this trouble? Because if I was talking to someone else on the comments and they were saying that they don't like the hole punch, and I kind of agree it's quite crap, but I bought the metal hole punch and that didn't really pierce the holes much better. I found it just as rubbish and it just kept jamming up. So there's the hole, so it's not exactly straight, but then my printer's not very straight, so it's quite wonky. But yeah, so you get the idea. See, that's like, and on Filofaxy there's so many different A5 pages you can print as well. There's literally anything you can think of, and you know, since it's A5 you can make it yourself easily enough at home, and then you've got loads of pages and it just saves so much money. Just like I printed out a load of to-do lists. Like I did the same thing as I did with my personal side to-do list, except I just made it bigger. Didn't really make it big enough, but it's good enough. So yeah, so it's just little hearts to do, then the box at the top. And to be honest, to get that many to-do lists in Filofax would cost you a lot more money, and also the papers, because I've got some here, and the paper's a lot thinner and flimsier, so making your own can actually be a lot better. I also made website pages for my Filofax, my A5. I just did that, and then I did a long column. So there's plenty of room to write down the website address, the username and the password, which is quite handy because of then, you know, you've got it all in one place. Like I said, I'll put all the links to the different like file names, websites and everything down in the bottom bar, and I'll write right next to it what it is, just so then you can all find it easily. I know that most people that go watch this video already know all about Filofaxy and already know about printing pages, so you know, but people that don't, it's always useful to learn. My next section is going to be on important info to have. Right, the reason I'm going to go on about this is because I know I sort of covered it by making my own, you know, information page with all my details on, like that. So yeah, so I know I sort of covered it with that, but this is more to say that if you're not going to use your contact section for actual contacts, you're just going to have like it as you know, passwords and usernames, have one sheet of paper at the back with all of your telephone numbers on, like, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, work, you know, anything that you might need, because then if your phone dies, like mine has, look, my phone is completely dead, no battery power. So this is where your Filofax comes in handy. You're stuck out in the middle of nowhere, no battery, what are you going to do? Go to a phone box, you've got your Filofax, you've got your phone numbers, you're saved. You know, it's just obvious. This is what Filofaxes are for. I had someone the other day comment saying, or did they not comment? Oh well, I saw someone the other day saying, oh, Filofaxes are so 1980s, why are they coming back and everything? But I don't think people realise how useful they are. They're like the most amazing things ever. So that's the end of part 2, only because this video is going to go over, so I'm going to have to do a part 3. Which I'll upload at the same time, but it'll just be like separate. So I hope you've enjoyed part 2, and I'll see you soon. Bye!